Good morning from Sea Lake Journeys. It's time to rise and shine.
That's right. Time to rise and shine, y'all. How about that?
We want to say good morning to all of our subscribers and our viewers. And for everyone that's new to our channel, I am Robin. This is Chet, and we are Sea Lake Journeys.
We know because we saw it written on the wall over there.
And so today we're talking about everything about cruising, and we've got some topics we want to talk about. But real quick, we just want to say good morning to some of the people that are in the chat.
Yeah, we got some people up here in the chat.
And Chet loves telling this person good morning. It's StreamYard, everybody.
StreamYard. What a cute little guy. I love those little earmuffs he's got on.
Hey, good morning to the Z-Man.
Z-Man, good morning to you, buddy.
And Michael the Realist. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, Michael the Realist is here.
And Eddie Lugo. Good morning.
Yo, 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 Eddie Lugo.
And then, of course, we have to say good morning to John and Jody, who came in, how do you say that? Incognito, because they are really the Gaylords.
Hey! We weren't going to tell you, John, that you had a different account, but it was okay. He figured it out.
It was all right by us, because then he realized, oh, hey, now I'm Gaylords. I feel whole again.
I'm back to myself, he said.
So we designed our morning show so that those of you that are listening while driving or listening while doing other things, you're still included. And so we want to say good morning to you, and thank you so much for all of you that are listening while doing other things.
Yeah, who knows? You might be driving down to Walgreens this morning, get something to eat.
There you go. And so we want to say good morning to Law Jones and Backlash Fisherman. Good morning, Backlash Fisherman. He said, let's go cruising.
That's right.
What? There you go.
Yeah, because when I go over and see him, I usually go, hey, let's go for a ride, because he's driving. So he's over here going cruising with us this morning. How about that?
So our first little bit of news is about Carnival, the world's largest cruise company.
Yep.
For the rest of the decade, which is going to be till when, Chet?
Till 2030.
So they are not going to have out any new cruise ships.
Except for the 5 that they have ordered now.
Right.
Those 5 will continue to come out, but they're not going to order any more ships, so they say, for the rest of the decade.
So that leads one to wonder, what exactly is happening with the company of Carnival?
Well, the $34 billion debt is not helping them. That's 3 times the debt that they would normally carry. And yeah, that's a staggering amount. So
that really is. And so those of us that have stock in Carnival, what do you think our stock is going to do?
Well, it's in the toilet right now. It's about $7.84 or something like that.
Oh, it has bottomed out, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's going back down to the bottom again. But, you know, maybe it's time for those of you who don't have 100 shares
to buy your 100 shares, because you get onboard credit.
That's right. Get that onboard credit before it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we want to say good morning to the Clock Family Adventures. Good morning.
Good morning, Michael.
And Law Jones brings us our quote of the day.
Here it is.
Here's our quote of the day.
It's not how much you give, but the love you put into the giving, from Mother Teresa. How about that?
There you go.
There you go. It's not what you give, but how you're giving it.
That's right.
That's great, ain't it?
And I love it when our new friends pop into our lives.
It's Suey TV.
Good morning, Suey TV.
Good
so
morning
nice
to you.
Have you with us. And I love the comment.
I'm number 7 thumbs up, Sea Lake.
There's 15 people in here right now, and we've only got 11 thumbs up. Come on, you guys. We're going to start doing like the other channels do. Can we get 15 thumbs up?
Can we get 1,000 thumbs up today?
There's not 1,000 people in here. How are we going to get 1,000 thumbs up?
Well, they need to run down the street and tell their neighbors, tell their friends, tell the dog catcher, tell people they like, tell people you don't like, tell people you know, tell people you don't know. Just tell everybody to come give Sea Lake Journeys a thumbs up.
Oh, good grief. And we have Odom's Homesteads with us this morning. Good
morning. Good morning to you.
CME Traveling, who comes on directly after Sea Lake Journeys Monday through Friday. And they also have their regular time on Saturday, which is 8:30 to 9:30. But Sea Lake Journeys,
we follow them.
We sleep in on Saturday, so we don't come on till 10 on Saturday.
Yeah, so all week they follow us, and on Saturday we follow them. How about that?
And some more. Now, that was some bad news about the the cruising.
Well, let's keep on that story here for a minute. How is that going to affect the cruise line? Everybody likes looking forward to those brand new shiny ships coming out, and for the next couple of years, they're still going to have them. They got 5 more coming, like we say, but after that, it's going to be a big void for at least 5 years, so they're saying.
But see, that doesn't affect me. I really don't care about the new ships that are coming out because there's so many ships in the fleet that I haven't been on yet that I'm okay with a new ship not coming.
Yeah, it could take us 10 years, the rest of the decade, to catch up with all the ships we haven't been on anyway.
Right. I mean, and we've been on a lot of Carnival ships and princess ships, and we've been on one Royal Caribbean. We're booked on an MSC and we're booked on a Norwegian. But for us, I don't really care if there's a new ship coming out.
Well,
it doesn't bother me.
I know it don't seem to bother me either. There is one new princess ship I am looking at when it does get here, the Sun Princess.
Oh, the Sun Princess. You want to go on that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
And we want to say good morning to See the World.
See the world.
Good morning, See the World.
What a great thing to do. Go out there and see the world.
That's right. And ocean to ocean travel. Good morning.
Good morning, ocean to ocean.
If you don't have a travel agent, Ocean to Ocean would love to be your travel agent. How about that?
And we'd love for them to be your travel agent. Bruce and Cindy can hook you up.
There you go. Let's see. Everybody's saying Merry Christmas to each other. I just love that.
Me too.
Here's what the Gaylords is saying about the Carnival stock.
We purchased 100 when it was low during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Sold at $30 a share. Made good money. Bought 100 again at $8 a share. Sold at 11, and it tanked the same day. Haven't gone over $10 since. No,
so we're not smart enough to do that. We're not, and I think it's because our Carnival stock, we could have done that. We could have made money, sold it, made money, sold it, made money. But we just like having Carnival stock. Should we have done that, Chuck?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about that stuff. I know to have it until we get older and we need the money then.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, it's worth a try if you can do that, because some people did make some money on that, like John just did right there.
I mean, he made some money. Yeah. Especially when he, sold it at 30.
But see, if my luck though, if I had sold it, it would have went the next day to $100 a share.
It would have tanked.
No, it would have went up to $100 a share, and I just sold it for. I sold it for $10 a share. Now it's worth $100 the next day.
And it is a gamble. It is a gamble. Yeah. What are you going to do? So, are we ready to go to some good news, or are we still?
Yeah, let's go into some good news.
Or should we have some more bad news?
No, I don't care. Whatever. What kind of news?
Oh, let's bounce back and forth. Bad news, good news. How about that? What's
the good news?
So, good news is, baby
Enzo. He wants to hear some good news.
He wants to hear some good news. So, the Long Island. That's the name of the island in the Bahamas, baby Enzo, is building a new port, a brand new port. And it's supposed to be completed hopefully by 2024, 2025, somewhere around there. It's going to accommodate 2 ships. They're going to have a resort and the typical things that Bahama ports have, a lovely beach right there when you get off the ship. So that's very exciting. The Bahamas is a #1 destination in the Caribbean. And it's not that far from Florida. A lot of times it's the first stop going out or the last stop coming back. And for them to build a new port on Long Island, that's exciting.
Yeah. And plus they're just about done getting Nassau all fixed up again, making it look nice again, bringing the people in there. So the Bahamas got it going on down there.
And the Bahamas, they have realized that they need to update their ports and things, and that's what they're doing, and they're doing a fabulous job at it. I forget who showed a video the other day that they were just recently in Nassau, and we've been to Nassau 3 times this year, and every time it has changed drastically. I mean, they are gun ho 100%. Let's get this stuff built.
They are getting it done down there.
They really are.
And a lot of competition between them, and Cozumel. Of course, Cozumel is kicking it up big. Even places like Belize building the Port Coral out there. They're building a massive big port. It's going to hold 4 giant ships. So there's a lot going on down the Caribbean. Yeah. They all believe that cruising is going to come back bigger and better than it ever was before. So when you see all these ports getting built up, and you see the other cruise lines, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian still building ships, and Carnival not, it's like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
I hate to bring that back into it again, but you see the contrasting stories here, Everybody believes things are going to boom, and Carnival's concerned, and they're doing a strategy a little bit different.
Yeah.
They're backing up.
And the Gaylord said that they watch the statements from Carnival. When they get a new loan, the stocks tank, which, yeah, they are going to tank when they get a new loan, because that just means that they've incurred more debt.
Yeah, and they're trying to get loans at lower interest. I'm not sure how they're doing that now, because everywhere interest rates has went up. So I'm not sure how that's working out for them. Inquiring minds want to know if anybody knows that.
Exactly, with interest. Well, a lot of times they're international loans that they get. It's not necessarily American loans that they get, but loans all over the world, our interest rates are going up. And I just want to remind everyone, first of all, we love the fact that you say good morning to each other in the chat. We really do love that. And I don't always put it up on the screen, but we do encourage you guys to engage with each other. We just love seeing that.
I need a napkin.
Would you just make a mess or what?
Yes,
He's got orange juice. Okay, so I bought orange juice for my mimosas for Christmas. Well, the stores were out of orange juice because everybody wants mimosas for Christmas, or they've got people coming for Christmas. So I had to buy the individual cartons, see, and it comes with a little straw, like the kids put the straw in it and suck out of it. He should have never done that. I don't know why he did that, because he's not a little boy.
How do little kids do this without making a mess? I've got orange juice everywhere over here. The straw didn't work. The box caved in. The lid didn't want to open. And then I squished it, and the juice came out everywhere. It's I don't know. How do little kids do this?
I can tell you how little kids do it. First of all, mommy puts the straw in for them.
Well, there you go. You didn't put the straw in for me, now did you? So clearly this is her fault then, not mine.
Here's what Clock Family Adventures say.
Clock Family says, Sea Lake Journeys, I think Carnival is doing the right thing. They don't want to take any more debt, and you don't know if something like the pandemic could happen again. You know, that's right. There's some cautionary strategy going on there, and you're unsure of what's going on. You know, sometimes maybe it's better to back up. So they're trying a different strategy. Let's hope it works out. I've got fingers crossed for Carnival.
Yeah,
I want to see them succeed. I want to see them all succeed.
We want to see everybody succeed, every cruise line, because we want to be on all of them. And Lala Jones says that kids love those juice boxes. Jet, what's your problem?
I don't know. I don't know what my problem is, Lala. I need more thumbs. I don't have enough thumbs up over here. Maybe that's my problem.
So those of you that travel, those of you that follow Emma Cruises and some other channels, you saw where the Ambassador cruise got canceled. They boarded and then they canceled, and it was because of repairs that needed to be done to the lifeboats. But then they canceled some more. So there was a Christmas cruise. People had paid to go on a Christmas cruise, and the Christmas cruise was canceled. I think it was the day before the cruise left. So how disappointing is that? That's your Christmas present, and they took it back.
Yeah, that's disappointing, but it could be worse. It could be get out there on the ocean, something happened, and then the lifeboats don't work, and then, well, the Titanic happens, and you say, wow, I wish they'd canceled my cruise and fixed the ship. I could have come back later.
So, that was the thing. They said that it was issues with the lifeboats. Well, who wants to be stranded out in the ocean and you have a problem with the lifeboats?
Yeah, I'm not even getting on that cruise ship if I don't see some lifeboats up there. And I find out they ain't working. I can swim good, but I can't swim that good. Hey, that dude just swam for 28 hours or whatever it was in the Gulf. That ain't me.
No, that ain't me either. First of all, you would have to try to get your leg off so that you. Although if you had your swim leg on, it floats, so that could keep you afloat.
I doubt it. I don't think that one little foot is going to keep me floating very long. Oh boy, I'd be more worried about hypothermia, sharks, electric eels, dinosaurs, sea monsters, all kind of stuff out there you don't know. You've watched our channel, you know what kind of stuff's out there.
Sea monsters, really? You didn't worry about sea monsters?
That's right.
That's right. Okay.
Sea monsters.
I don't know if I've ever seen a sea monster in the Gulf of Mexico.
Well, no,
or
you
the
don't
Caribbean
see them. They
Ocean.
just come up and eat you. And you don't.
Come up and eat you.
And they think, well, he just drowned in the ocean. No, he got eaten by a sea monster. That's why you never recovered a body, people. Okay, that's really not cruise news. That's just Monday morning silliness.
And
something in this juice.
Some more cruise news.
Yes, cruise news.
I don't know if you would consider this good news or bad news, but NCL is reducing their shoreside staff. The Gaylords are calling for the Kraken.
The Kraken. It's the Kraken.
So I need to take Merry Christmas down. It still says Merry Christmas.
Oh, well, that's okay.
So NCL reducing their shoreside staff. Now, their shoreside staff, what that means is their people that are booking cruises, their financials, their business offices, the cruise port staff employees. So how do you think that's going to affect NCL? Do you think people are going to notice, or you think it's just going to be okay? Or is it that more travel agents are going to get NCL business? Now, that's a thought.
Well, only thing I know is that NCL, the president there, had issued a statement like a month ago that, hey, we don't need to do no sales or anything like that. We're having plenty of cruises going on. But I noticed the next day I was getting email from them, 30% off.
Yeah.
I know sales stuff. So their company statement was one thing, but their strategy is something else. They are doing sales. They are cutting staff. They are doing stuff because their stock has gone down also.
Yeah.
Everybody's has, even Royal Caribbean. So they're all being very cautious. They're all trying to cut back on expenses, trying to get their revenue back up so they can keep these companies not just afloat, but successful. Mm-hmm. Because staying afloat is not a company strategy.
No.
That's a short-term strategy. The real strategy is let's make some money.
Let's make some money, baby. And so some good news for people in North United States. Boston Cruise Port is on the comeback trail.
And I didn't even know Boston even had a cruise port. So that was news to me right there. How about y'all?
Enzo, he's cheering for Boston. Go
Yay,
Boston. Go Boston. Baby Enzo, you're cheering for Boston.
Now, see what y'all think. I wonder if Boston's stepping up the game here because Bar Harbor, Maine is wanting to get out. Bar Harbor, Maine is like Key West. They're like, hey, we don't want cruise ships no more. And Boston's like, oh, really? Well, we'll take them. Send them on down here. We like their money.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's going on there. What do y'all think?
I don't know. Put it in the chat. With Boston, don't their cruises, they go to
I didn't know Boston had it. I mean, I knew.
No, up there in that part of the world, their cruises go to Canada. Yes. And what's that? Is it?
Yeah, they go to Canada and they'll actually go over to Greenland.
Greenland, that's what I'm trying to think of. Greenland. Good morning, James. So James's furnace went on the fritz. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
His brain is frozen. Oh, well, we hope that your brain thaws out, James.
All right, James, we'll help warm you up with all this hot air I'm spouting over here.
That's right. And Paul is with us this morning. Good morning, PSV Odyssey. So nice to have you with us.
Good morning, Paul.
So we talked about that. We talked about cruise stocks. Oh, okay. So this is crazy news. Okay. So I'm not sure if all the crazy stuff happens in Florida or if it just happens everywhere, but we have some crazy stuff happen in Florida. I think, first of all, we have some crazy stuff happen in Florida because there are people that come in from other places that bring the crazy. And
yeah, they come down here to visit, bring the crazy with them.
They do. So let me quick say what Clock Family's saying about the.
I said we went to Boston, Bar Harbor, Portland, Halifax, Bay of Fundy, Canada. Oh, that's one of those October cruises, isn't there, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know Boston's a visiting port. I just didn't realize it could be. Could be, but is also a port of embarkation.
Yeah, I didn't know that as well. So let me tell you about this crazy woman. I say crazy woman. I shouldn't call her a crazy woman. I should say a woman that had some crazy response. How about that?
Okay.
So she was in the Miami airport, right?
Yes.
She got off her plane and traveling with her children. I don't know how many children she was traveling with. I don't know how old her children were, but her children went to the bathroom. And so she decided she had lost her children and that no one was doing, I guess, what she wanted them to do. She started throwing computers at the airport staff.
Yeah.
And she took this one counter, those, like a little portable counter, that they have, and she's shaking it and she's tossing it around like she's Godzilla. I mean, she's a strong woman, obviously, I don't know if I could push that thing over, but she was just being insane crazy. Now, if I lost my children in an airport, I might be a little crazy. I might start yelling at the top of my lungs for my children, and I could be calling them by their names, and I may be pleading for help from people. But I'm not going to start throwing computers at people.
Yeah, I don't know that directing violence towards other people is going to really elicit the response you want, because now the attention's turned to you and your behavior and not to helping you find your kids.
And so
that's what I would see.
Of course, they arrested her.
Yeah.
And so now you've been arrested. You're in Florida. I don't know what state you're from, but now how are your children going to get back to where they were going? I don't know if she was traveling with other people. If she seemed to be traveling by herself with the children. So, oh my goodness, how I just can't.
And it's funny, they were interviewing people at the airport, and they asked one lady, "Have you ever seen anything like this at the airport before?" She goes, "Oh yeah, I see it all the time."
I know.
I'm like, "What? You see that all the time at the airport?"
Yes, they interviewed a young woman.
Yeah,
and
like
she was very young.
25.
Yeah, and she says, "Oh yeah, I see this all the time." I'm like, "My goodness, makes you not want to fly on an airplane."
No, we got to fly in May. Yikes!
At least we're not going out of the Miami airport.
No, we're going out of Orlando though. So.
And Mark the Shark, get those salutes up.
Mark the Shark.
Mark the Shark is in the house.
He says hello to all you beautiful people out there.
And James Cantonese says his kids are brats. He just leaves them at home.
Problem solved, James.
Gaylords, this is exactly right. An irrational response.
Irrational. That's a good description right there. Could be a sign of other issues. Absolutely.
But the irrational response, that's exactly what that's a perfect way to phrase that. It's an irrational response to a potentially serious situation. Children being lost in an airport potentially can be a very serious situation, but her irrational response led to nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a bizarre situation. I know if our kids went to the bathroom, we'd been standing there at the bathroom door waiting for them.
Yeah.
And if they didn't come out, we'd go in and get them. I mean, right. It ain't like there's any other doors to get out of there.
And like I said, I don't know how old the children were. I don't know if they were teenagers. I don't know if they were young people or little people. But first of all, you're in an airport, okay? You need to know where your children are at all times, and you need to be with them. Yeah. And like Chet said, if we had let's just make this up, an 11-year-old boy, and I was traveling with him, I would stand, and I've done this before. I've stood outside the bathroom door, and I've told my children, my grandchildren, you need to sing the whole time you're in there so I can hear you. I don't care if you sing the ABCs, but I need to know you're okay. And I'll never forget my grandson going, I don't want to sing when I'm in the bathroom, Nana. I'm busy. I'm like, you better be busy singing the ABCs. Because if you're singing the ABCs, I know everything's okay. And yeah. he was going A, B, Hunter, C, D. And here's Eddie Luga says, the Metro Police, they take no crap.
Yeah, they just come in and arrest you and find out the rest later.
Yep. And here's Law Jones.
Maybe they should just pad the walls at the airport.
Right,
Law? It's kind of craziness going on out there.
And Mark Shuck said that was a great show last night. Mark the Shark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. We just had a Merry Christmas, just saying Merry Christmas, everybody. And I love what Aaron said. Aaron said, hey, I just popped in to say good Merry Christmas to Sea Lake Journeys, and it turned into a creator spotlight. And I thought it was fabulous. I thought it was great.
Yeah, we had a great time on that show last night. We had a lot of people come in, and it was a good time, had by all, and it was a different kind of show because it was a Christmas Day kind of show.
And so those of you that, are part of our hashtag Team Replay, that show last night so far has gotten over 150 views.
Like 175 right
175 right now. Yeah. So for all of those new creators that were on the panel and just came in to chit chat, got you a little bit of exposure, and we're glad to hear that.
And Baby Enzo is trying to pull my hair for some reason.
And Law Jones says airport bathrooms often have two doors. Yes, and that's why I stood in the doorway with my foot holding the door open, even though it's the men's bathroom where men could still go in and out. But you knew I was there making some child in there sing the ABCs.
Yeah, right.
Here's what Law Jones says.
They can be. I have been confused as to where I was when I came out a different door.
That's true. Or a lot of times you'll see they'll have it and it'll be like, is that the ladies or is that the men?
Yeah.
I'm not sure which way to go.
I haven't been to the airport in a long time. I know last time we went, last time I remember, you could go in and it came around like a U.
Like a U. Mm-hmm.
But yeah. That's why you got to stand right there. I believe I could have stood at one door and seen the other door as well.
Yeah. So that lady, that was just crazy, just totally crazy. What do we have here? What's our? Oh, so I saw this on Money Matters. The name of the channel is Money Matters, and I thought it was very interesting because they were talking about La Vida Loca.
Yeah, it was like a news thing.
Yes, it was like a documentary, basically, of La Vida Loca. And because we're always talking about growth of channels and my channel's growing, my channel's not growing, back and forth. Do we need to see some of that before we start a new topic? Here, let's see what Z-Man says.
So basically, she was in jail without her children, and it's all her fault.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty much, that's the way we looked at the story.
Pretty much.
You can't act like that in public places.
And here's Mark the Shark.
Mark says, I told you guys that I was at the chef's table last night. Let me tell you, it was beautiful.
I'm sure it was. Christmas dinner at the chef's table. And they had to have had gorgeous stuff for Christmas.
I would love to have been there with you, Mark the Shark.
Yeah, and here's what James said.
James says, I have lots of videos, and Cindy said, I need to make more videos, Sea Lady Journeys. You do, James. You just need to make some more videos, especially with all that snow going on up there. People want to see the snow. And
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So on Money Matters about La Vida Loca. So it was kind of like a documentary about La Vida Loca and talking about how they got their YouTube channel started, and that Jenny, has travel agent, and how the two things, came together, and that basically their YouTube channel is helpful tips on cruising, and how they're a couple that supports each other in their separate businesses, yet they're connected businesses. And that they make about $10,000 a month between the two of them.
That was for 2021.
That was for 2021, yes. So, we were talking about that last night, that we wanted to say that too, that we were talking last night on our show about, going live and, channel saying, should I try a live? Should I not try a live? Well, Ched had a great thought on that this morning. Do you remember what your thought was?
Yeah, I remember that. I said, try stuff, but realize it's something you may find success in it and you may not, because vlogging may not be for you. Maybe it is a live show, and live shows may not be for you. Maybe the vlogging is. Maybe you're better at shorts. Everybody has to find their own way, their own niche, but don't be discouraged if you try something and it don't work,
right,
and it's not for you. You go, well, that's not me. Try something else, because we've done all kinds of different stuff on this channel, and it hasn't all been successful.
Right, and some of it has been successful, but it didn't fit into us.
Right, sometimes it can be successful, but you go, yeah, it worked, but that's just not what I want to do.
Right,
it's just not me.
Right, like we did a lot of game shows and stuff, and we did the Love and Marriage show, and we had a great time with a lot of that stuff, but it wasn't where we wanted our channel to go. Right.
We didn't feel like that was the direction we wanted to continue. So we went a different direction. So give it a whirl, and maybe it work, maybe it don't work.
And the thing is, don't be discouraged if it doesn't work out. And we were talking a lot last night about lives. If lives don't work out for you, don't be discouraged. It just means that your place of success is a different avenue,
right?
And try to find that avenue, because sometimes it's just trial and error, and you go, oh, that avenue worked. Oh, that. And like for us, the game shows and stuff, they were a lot of fun for us, but a lot of work for us, and were not the direction that we wanted our channel to go in.
Yeah, you'll find your way, but just don't be discouraged if it's not for you.
And we've dabbled in shorts as well. And shorts, once again, is not where we want our channel to go. We want our channel to go with the regular videos. But every once in a while, we still throw a short out there.
Yeah.
Just because some people like shorts. Let's see what we have here in the chat.
James says, I'm proud of Cindy. His first live was yours, and I think she was afraid. I don't think she was afraid. I thought she was great.
She didn't seem afraid to me.
No.
She was a little quiet. She didn't, she wasn't really sure when she should jump in. And when I pulled her in, she just jumped right on it, and she did fabulous. One thing that I do want to mention, Matt, when you're in a live with a lot of people like we had last night,
a lot of people.
I think at one time we had 7 or 9 or 8 or 9 in there at one time. If you're not speaking, the best thing to do is to mute your mic. That way, the background noise where you're at doesn't cause feedback for the other,
the other
people that are speaking. And but I think she did great. I think she did awesome. Let's see what Mark the Shark says here.
He says, Sea Lake Journeys, anytime and anything you guys touch turns into gold.
I don't know about
you
that.
You guys are so awesome. Please continue the great work. Thank you for that, Mark the Shark. We're gonna jump on that. We're gonna accept that, and we're gonna turn everything into gold this year.
Yeah, first of all, we are true believers in jumping on the things that are positive, that are meant for you to accept. So we are going to accept that, Mark the Shark. Chet is more of a believer in us than I am. I am the doomsayer. I'm the one that's always like, I don't think so. I don't think so. And Chet's like, oh yeah, we're going to do this.
We can't not just this. We're going to do this.
So Kurt is coming up in 1 minute.
Yes, so we got to roll on out of here.
We want to thank you all for joining us, and we're going to put out a video tonight, our premiere at 6:30. So make sure you tune in at 6:30 for our premiere. And until next time, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.
Bye, guys.